Hello guys, TiltTrader here. So you guys have been asking about the manipulation, deriv tracking, and so forth and so forth and so forth. So today I'm going to set some few things straight. So you guys ask about the cookies. Do the cookies affect your trading? And the answer is I think the answer to that is no. The cookies are just there to make it to make the website work, because you'll find out that even websites that are not for trading also use cookies. Sometimes it saves a lot of data, so that's why you have to clear them. Sometimes it saves a lot of data, so that's why you have to clear them, so that even, and you'll notice when you clear the cookies on a Deriv website, it becomes much faster. When you clear the cookie or the data, it becomes much faster, but it does not affect your trading. That's one thing about the cookies, it does not affect your trading. And they will not use that to track you, they're just using that to enable you to trade on their website or use their website. So far, even TiltTrader uses cookies and also stores some data so that it can enable you to trade. And that's why when you exit the app without logging out and come back again, you'll just be logged in. And then about the manipulations. So for the manipulations, Deriv does do manipulations. And you'll notice, of late, you'll notice when you test your strategy on a demo account, and then later you come and try trading it on a real account, you realize you blow your account really fast. And I don't know how Deriv does that, the manipulation, or how they are able to know your strategy. But if I were Deriv, this is what I would do. So there is no way of tackling the manipulation, but this is how I'll do. So I'll be analyzing the trades you guys are placing on your demo account, because I know the demo account is a testing ground. All of us go, when we think of a strategy, we go to the demo account, run to the demo account, start testing it there. And demo account is also provided by Deriv. They have that information. When you trade on a demo account, there is a history for your trading on your demo account, and that history goes to Deriv, because that's our main company that we use. So that information goes to Deriv, and they can analyze that data. So what they'll do, they don't need to track you on your side. They just need to look at your trades. uh, when they look at your trades, and maybe many people trades, when they look at the trades and then look at what the market was doing at that particular moment. So for the majority, and you realize not all the strategy will be manipulated, because uh, also if I were the real, this is what I'll do. So I'll choose a path whereby many people will lose, but only a few will win. So for example, let's assume we have 1,000 people trading right now. I know most of you guys trade over 1, over 2, and so forth. So let's say there is 1,000 people trading right now, and we have out of those 1,000. So the stake also depends. So let's assume all of them are trading maybe with $10. Assume all of them are trading with $10. That's around 10,000. That's around $10,000. But all of them are trading maybe different markets. So for example, let's say like 900 of them, or let's say even 990 of them are trading something like over 1. And for them, if 900 of them wins on over 1, that's a loss of the real. So what they'll do, maybe the exit digit will be maybe 0 or 1. So you'll find out the person that was trading the most risky market at that moment will win the trade. And they usually know the trades. They usually know, because we all know that when you place a trade right now, you'll have to input the time. So maybe the one tick, which is usually 2 seconds on the nano NSS, and then on the 1S is usually 3 or 4 seconds, I think. I'm not sure about that, but on the nano NSS is usually one tick is usually less seconds, and then on the 1S is usually more seconds. So when you place a trade and say it's like telling somebody, okay, somebody asks you to guess a random number between 0 and 9 inclusive. Somebody asks you to guess a random number between 0 and 9 inclusive, and then they can read your mind. Let's assume they can read your mind, and they'll be like, okay, maybe I've said okay something like 8, and they can read your mind, and then that person has asked many people to guess the same random number, and they can read their mind. They know what they are going to predict. That's actually what Deriv does, because they already know. Once you predict it, now they know what they will do after that. And obviously, if they manipulate the market every time, we will not be trading on Deriv, because most of us will be losing. Most of the time, we'll be losing. So I think what the algorithm does, it's partially random. So sometimes it's random with manipulation, or like random, and sometimes it follows a pattern. So it's not random. It's not random, fully random, partially random. So partially random. That's why it will be difficult to even get a pattern, because you won't know when the algorithm is being random and when it's being manipulated. There's that point where it's being random, and then the part that's being manipulated. And that's why, for example, something like matches, you'll get a person with the matches strategy with a higher win rate, and then you'll be wondering, why is it that this person has that high win rate? If they have managed to identify when the market switches from random and going back to the manipulation, and thank God they are manipulating it, because if they are manipulating it, that means there should be some pattern or some discrepancies on the time of the manipulation. So some pattern will repeat. So for example, there is this one that I usually observe in the market. So for example, maybe you say, I'll use my entry point like 7, and then I'll trade something like under 3, and you realize the first time 7 was touched, it did go under 3, but the second time it will not go to under 3. It will maybe go to 7 and go some 5 ticks, then under 3, and then after that it will go 7, then goes to a different digits, then goes to something like under 3. So you realize that in between there is that manipulation. So, and if you identify that, it will actually be easier to trade, and for you not to be trapped. So for example, you are testing the strategy, and there is a demo account there for you to test the strategy. So don't even use the demo account to test the strategy. Test the strategy using you're using your brain to test the strategy. Like you'll be there, and maybe you're using something like the LDP. Maybe you're using something like the LDP. You go to the LDP. Maybe you want maybe four even numbers, then you trade odd. Instead of going and running the bot with those conditions, just look at the LDP chart. There is the LDP on TiltTrader. You can just go to there. When you log into TiltTrader dashboard, there's LDP there. For example, for even and odd. So you can go and check. We have four even numbers. So I should maybe trade odd. Don't run that as a bot. Just check on it. Check, okay, after 4 even numbers and odd, and then you record it down. Hopefully I'll create a tool that will help you with that, so that you can actually demo trade without actually using that demo. So that means it'll only be showing you, you'll only be inputting your strategy and maybe running some mockups, and then once you run the mock, it will actually not trade on Deriv. So Deriv won't know your strategy on the demo before, won't study that strategy of yours. So once you try that, it will not be recording, and the amount will not be actually be deducting. It's just the same way that you usually look at the market and say, okay, if I had bought here, I could have won. The same way we usually do manual trading, but I'll find a way to automate it and bring it to TiltTrader for all of us to trade, because I know just doing manually, testing the strategy manually is also tiresome, and that's the easiest solution to this problem, because even the other day I was testing this strategy on my demo account. I did not go more than 2 consecutive losses, but once I switched to the real account, niliona vumbi. I saw dust. Niliona dust. because ni kama ile yenye the strategy we were using the strategy, maybe many people we were using the strategy, the same strategy or almost the same strategy, or maybe you'll also realize maybe I've made a video, tested a strategy with you guys, or even traded that strategy on a real account with you guys, and then afterwards ndo mtu anakuja ananiambia ile strategy yako haiwork ama ile bot haiko ina work. But the problem is utaenda utrade na you will go and trade with that bot ama that strategy many times, utaenda uitest pia kwa demo account, utaenda uitest pia kwa demo account. Ukitest ni the more the Deriv algorithm ama the AI zina learn, because you know for those who know about AI inatakanga test data, it needs test data enye itakuwa trained with the same way to sisi humans we usually learn. So for example, wakati tulikuwa nasoma math in maybe back then in high school or in primary school, we had like a topic, and that topic had like numerous questions. Kuna swali mingi hapo zenye zimejirudia, they are just the same questions but with different values. So for us to learn that concept, we had to repeat those questions. Mwalimu atakuja aambie mfanye hizi swali na hizi swali na hizi swali, so utajipata unafanya the same kama uambiwe 2 + 2 and 7 + 8. It's just the same thing, ni vile the values zimechange but the concept is the same. So na ukirudia you realize that for example in maths, ukirudia a concept many times utaishika. So the same way, that's how the AI learns, even itasoma the patterns. So when you guys come and test the same strategy on a demo account, itakuwa imesha learn pattern, inajua these traders usually trade hizi conditions zikuwa met, traders wengi wana trading hivi. So hiyo AI yao wakati inataka kuspit those numbers itakuwa inakuja inajua traders wengi will trade hivi na wana trading maybe this time and this time and this time, na wana trading hivi. So unapata inaanza kwenda slightly the opposite. Hii tena the opposite yote kabisa juu the algorithm is ni partially random. So utapata imeenda random kiasi, so unaweza pata pale kwa random ndo unaangukia. Unapata ile time yenye you're maybe making like 20 trades. In those 20 trades kuna easy parts zenye uliangukia, maybe you got like 3 wins at the beginning, and then huko kwingine the algorithm kicked in, and then unaenda nyumbani, your account is gone, unashangaa unasema his strategy ya work. But that's the manipulation, that's how they actually manipulate you, and there is no way around it. So sasa ukitaka, when you want to test a strategy, just test it manually. And it's actually easier to test it manually because hata kwa real account hutaenda runs mingi, you want to go many runs. Nile you test it manually, unaangalia unaona ndio strategy nimepata ule msee amesema huko. Maybe ameniambia nikipata percentage the percentage in the digit 9 in increase in trade kama match as 1. Then usikuja hapo ati ngoje ki increase then you run the bot, because when you run the bot that information that request is sent to Deriv, they place your trade. Ndio maana utapata ukidemo trade na ukilive trade, it's almost the same, ni vile tu account ni different but it's on the same thing, and they'll be able to track, and mostly I think they'll track the demo accounts, and then watakuwa wameona kumbe mnafanya hivi. Unajua Deriv wako mboka, they're also here to make money, na pia sisi tunajaribu kutengeneza pesa. So hapa tu usipofikiria vizuri utakonga tu kila siku unapenga Deriv pesa every day, each and every day. So, and that's why you'll get a strategy maybe working for a few days, and then after a few days inaenda. And also there's some things I've also realized. So maybe I'll have a strategy, maybe I've been using this strategy maybe even for a week, and I've not shared with you guys. Then the moment I share that strategy with you guys, sijui mnataka mna demo trade ama mnafanya nini. Nikishare no strategy with you guys, naweza kama 2 days na strategy inakuwa ovyo kabisa. Unapata like ni kama tu ili change personality overnight. Unakuja unaingia unapata hata iko the worst ilikuwa ina perform maybe ni let's say 6 losses in a row, and then unapata imekunyorosha 12 losses in a row. Sasa hata umekuja umesema let me just test it before niingie market, and then you are like hai, kwani kunaenda aje? But hiyo time when una trade na demo, umepewa strategy, you have that strategy, using that strategy to trade with the demo, you are actually training the AI. You're training the AI to master that strategy. I'm not saying that's how the Deriv does, but that's how I will do it. Kama mimi ningekuwa Deriv, that's how I will do it. Anyways, for those looking for the tools to trade maybe even odd, rise and fall, and over under. For even and odd, there is this tool I usually use. It's under TiltTrader. You can just go and check it out. It's called the complex patterns. Called the complex patterns. When you head to TiltTrader, go to the analysis tool, click on the circles analysis. You'll get the complex patterns there. It analyzes the market for even and odd and over and under and matches and differs. Mostly for even and odd is good, and then the over and under, but not over and under the risky market mostly. The same tool is also responsible for running the digit scan. We have the digit scan, the same tool. So for the complex pattern, there is one reason I like using the complex patterns is that I can change where it trades for me. So like it's fully like open. I can come there, maybe say I'll use 2 maybe to trade, I'll use 2 to trade, I'll use 4 to trade. So it's easier, like I can modify it. So I can come and check the market and see, okay, the market today, the market is doing this, so I'll use this. For the explanation, once you head to tilttrader.com, just below the tool, there is a button with the YouTube. I think it's written YouTube tutorials, something like that. Let me just it's called it's written tutorials. I was just checking it right here. It's written tutorials. Just click on it. You'll get a video. In most of our tools, just below the tool, there is a button with an YouTube icon and then written tutorials. Just click on it. Once you click on it, a video will pop up, and then you can watch that video explaining how that tool works. And then for over and under, for rise and fall. For rise and fall, we have the expert analysis. The same. Head to TiltTrader. Once on the dashboard, just click on expert analysis. Watch the video below. Watch the video below the tool. It will explain to you how the expert analysis works. And then there is some also good things. There are some also good things and great features that you can use. There is something called the virtual look. You can check it out. There's something called the virtual look. Very important. What this does, it allows you to switch from a demo account to a real account automatically. So you'll just define, say, okay, I want to switch to a real account after several losses. So for example, you know that this strategy, maybe during the manipulation, the strategy can go even up to 6 losses. And then say, I want this bot to trade on, I want this software, or any part of TiltTrader can do that, even a bot. I want this software to switch to a real account after it incurs like 10 losses in a demo account. And once it switches to a real account, I want it to maybe to enter like 5 trades. Once it enters those 5 trades, it'll automatically go back to the demo account, trade on the demo account until the 5 losses again, then switches to the live account. There is that for example. And then there is also this other one. You can also use this other one with the LDP, especially with the LDP. It's really good. What this does, it's try to help with the manipulation, because maybe when Deriv is manipulating maybe 4 consecutive even digits to trade odd on LDP on one volatility, they are not doing the same on the other one. So what this does, it's called the asset switcher. When you go to the configuration, you can see it. Just click on it and then maybe say on both. There is that switch on both, switch on loss, switch on win. So you can say switch on both. So once it trades, when you start maybe at volatility 10, once it places a trade on volatility 10, the next trade it will not place on the volatility 10. It will automatically switch to volatility 25, then 50, and so forth and so forth. Once it finishes the volatility, it will start over again. So that also helps with the manipulation. And you just have to do that automation, and everything becomes easy. So if you have any questions, related to Deriv or even softwares in general, you can comment down below, or just you can reach me out. My number is on my bio, and also on TiltTrader. Once you go to TiltTrader, on the footer or on that help button, when you get the WhatsApp there, it'll just take you direct to my WhatsApp DM. You can come and maybe you can discuss 1 or 2 things. And you guys remember our classes resumes on March. So from March, we'll continue our online classes. And also, I'll make a book about all the features for TiltTrader, and maybe a video It can be even a 2 hours long video because I know TiltTrader has a lot of features. I'll make a video about that, and then I can share with you guys, so I can make it easier for you guys to actually trade and then avoid that manipulation. The reason why I usually don't give out like straight strategy is because I know it will be manipulated. So I only give out a tool that you can adjust some parameters. So when you get the strategy, the three is being manipulated, you just make something like 4, 5, and so forth. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.